Alright, so we're back at her. I want to get this thing done. Applefest car show is coming up, and we're going to be there on the 28th, 29th, I believe. The end of this month, September. Working hard to get this done. We're going to mount the cab tonight, and she's looking pretty awesome. But I want to get that cab mounted, and then I can start playing with the exhaust. Now there's an issue on the other side. It doesn't fit very good, but we're going to see what we can do to overcome that. I'll show you what I've got done so far. I need to make sure this cab is centered side to side, and it's got to be sitting in there straight, because if this thing is turned slightly this way, slight here, by the time it gets out here, it'll be out like 2 or 3 inches, or one way or the other, right? So I need to make sure this is sitting on there correctly, and I want to make sure that I can remove the cab with 4 bolts if I need to work on it. Yeah, and I probably will have to tear it apart after I get it all done, just to freshen it up. I got a 400 small block in that car over there, that truck over there, and a turbo 400 tranny, but it won't fit in here. The turbo 400 is longer, so yeah, so that's what we're doing tonight. I'll show you what I've got so far. Alright, so let's go around the side here. I want this thing to be removable, so the light in here is gonna suck, guys. Alright, now there's 4 posts in the cab of this, right here, and same on the other side, over there and there. So I'm gonna try to mount this post, and you can see I didn't cut the straightest because I had a sawzall there, which is a no-no. So right there. So what I'm gonna do is mount this 4x4 piece of stuff right here, square tubing, and on the inside of this is going to be, I'm going to weld this little angle iron here, right up in there like that. I'm going to weld it all the way around the bottom. Can't put anything on the inside of the door because that's where the door shuts. So that'll be like that. Now I've already marked some of my lines. This will go in here like this, with a bolt in between the two. I'm going to put, you see where I'm kind of figuring out where my lines are. I'm going to drill a hole here and in the top plate there, so it sits on there like something like that, and I'll have one of these, probably not that long one, carriage bolt welded in the bottom of this, and I will have a nut in between that plate and there with some washers, and then so it'll be sitting like something like that with a, sorry guys, I should have solved it up. The washer, and I'll have that sitting on there like that with another washer and another nut. So I'll be able to adjust the cab up and down, because these cuts here were not straight by any means. If I measure the bottom line to the bottom ridge, it's a little, about 1/4 inch on each side difference, but that's alright. The main goal here is get this mounted, and then I'll raise it a little bit so the doors don't hit. I'd like to remove this door, but I'm not sure how it's going to come off. It's pretty dickered. So let's get at her. Think I can find my oil for my drill bits? Great. Oh well. Find my check key, I'll be lucky. Alright, so this is what I come up for a body mount. I'm going to weld this to the hull side, and this will go on the door post right here. I'll have 2 of these type here on the front, and then the back ones will be a little bit simpler. Won't be too bad. But first is first. I have to put this side in first, then equalize the other side of the cab this way or this way or this way. Well, I'll only be able to adjust it that way. And once that happens and that one's on, then I can get at the back ones, because they're going to have to stretch the bottom of the door post here, because I didn't put any braces in it, and you can see where it's cracked a bit here. It's actually went in like this a bit, so we'll shut the door after. I got the 2 mounts on the front, and then I'll equally space that out and figure out where my mount has to go. And I could just tack weld this in here, but like I said, I want to be able to remove this cab in case I want to take the transmission out or whatever. So alright, that's what I come up with, a mount system right there. I'll have a little bit of adjustment here. I'll have like 1/4 inch adjustment. I'll be able to pull this up or down It might help with opening the doors because they fit so tight to the body. I should go back and cut some more of this off. I'd like to remove the doors, but it's almost impossible now. These pins are pretty seized in here. That's why I didn't bother. Okay, next step is to weld that sucker in there. Alright, so those are both welded in. Not the best weld. I had to switch to my auto darkening helmet because I couldn't see, and my hydro here is really bad. I'm on a 10 amp breaker and I should be on like a 15 or 30 for this welder. But anyway, they're in there. Now to work on the back ones here. So what I've come up with is this. I'm going to weld this on the back side of this post on the inside of the cab. I'm only putting it here so you can see. What I'm going to do is weld it to the cab post first. Then I'm going to pull the cab where it has to go backwards. You can see I got a strap on it here already. Pulling it back into shape because I didn't put any cross members in there. Now if I was building this for the road, I probably would have braced it, but it doesn't matter here. So I'm going to make sure it's the same distance between here. The door fits correctly all the way around. I'll probably even shut the door, make sure it's fitting where I want it. And then I'll tack weld this to the bottom. And I'll do both sides first. And then I'll see, because we've still got a little bow in the back here. I might hammer that out. Then again, I might leave it. You never know. So that mount will go in here like this, but you might not be able to see in it. Kind of like that. Well, in there. Or, you know what? It could go on the outside like this, where I could see it. It could go there too. I might do that. We'll see. That might be a better idea. Alright, so after a short while, the cab is mounted. Rear mount. Not the best welding in the world, but out here I have I'm on a 10 amp breaker, so I have to keep zapping on and off or I pop the breaker. And flux core is not very good, but that weld's pretty good. Anyway, so now I can adjust the cab up and down if I need to. I should put longer bolts like that in the front, but I didn't. But anyway, there we go. Okay, a little more on this before we end this video. Doing a little research here, and the girlfriend helped me out figure out this name. It says H. Griff's Towing. I think it says emergency towing on the bottom. And it's like 7821, and it looks like MEL for the phone number. I'd love to find out what it says. I'd love to find a picture. I know there's a towing company in Ottawa. You can see it kind of on the side door here. It's hard to make out. And it does say emergency on the top, so I'm pretty sure it's a tow truck. It was a tow truck at one point in its life. You can see some more lettering on the doors here. My game plan is to maybe put the lettering back. I have a buddy that does lettering, and you can see I had a light bar on the roof at one point in its life. And there's remnants in the inside of holes 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure, maybe that's supposed to be there, but anyway. Anyway guys, more to come on this. I just was finished welding Buddy's trailer there, so it took a while. But anyway, so please rate, comment, and subscribe if you like this kind of thing. And always share my videos and comment. Leave a comment. Alright, we're going to get back at her. The hood's next. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that.